Welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, where sports and culture connect. I'm going to talk about DeWanna Bonner, and I want to provide some context first before I get into what I really want to get into. DeWanna Bonner came over from Connecticut, champion, veteran. Caitlin Clark spoke highly of her. Others spoke highly of her. And then we didn't really see the Bonner we were hoping to see. She's 37 years old. And even she commented early in the season, like, I'm just trying to hang with these young bucks. It's some young folks. And we know Caitlin Clark likes to run. We know this team is best when the team is running. And she commented that, is a little bit something with the pace of the game, which of course she wasn't used to in Connecticut. Well, Ari has to step in because we had Caitlin injured, we had Sophie injured, even Sid Colson had gone down at one point. And so through a hardship contract, Ari McDonald was able to come over. Well, when Caitlin and Sophie were announced to be returning in the game against New York, that meant Ari had to go. She'd have to go for at least 10 days. 10 days. If they cut someone, then from my understanding, Ari could be brought back. Of course, somebody could pick her up along the way. I said then what I still believe, and that is that there's no way they let Ari go without some kind of wink and a nod, unofficial agreement that they would bring her back, whether in 10 days, if they were to release someone else, or sometime in July when all the salary cap stuff kicks in again. Well, at that same time, we're thinking, okay, we got we didn't want to see Ari go, but we got Cece back, we got Sophie back. At that same time, DeWanna Bonner is not going to be here. She'd been out for a couple practices. They said she was going to miss because of personal reasons. That's all we knew. That's all we heard. Generally speaking, nothing personal remains personal when you're in sports or if you're in entertainment of any sort. But it seems like this league is pretty good at keeping personal things personal. And I suppose that's the way it should be. But I had some thoughts that I didn't share with anyone at first about Bonner not being with the team for personal reasons. And then I did share them privately. And then a couple games ago, during the live stream of the game, I sort of hinted at what my mind was thinking concerning Bonner. And then in the last live stream just yesterday on Sunday, in the Fever Vegas game, I just pretty much put it all out there. I could be totally wrong on what I was thinking, but it's time to talk about Bonner. So I am going to tell you what I was thinking, eventually shared privately, then a little bit publicly, then all out in the last game. What I was wondering is if Bonner decided that this team is not the team for her. Not like there's anything bad with the people on the team or relationships on the team, but the pace of the team and her not being able to contribute in the way she, I'm sure, feels that she was brought into to contribute. Like I said, she's mentioned it herself. So I started to think maybe when they brought Ari in and Ari was such a positive part of the team, and knowing that Ari could not come back to the team in 10 days unless a player was cut, I wondered if she was thinking, I need to step out of the way and allow for Ari to come back because I can't cut it with this team. Once again, I could be wrong. And by the time this video was edited and published, we might have had an announcement that DeWanna Bonner will be back with the team on Tuesday. I mean, I really don't know. I'm just sharing because I started sharing in the live stream. So I'm just going to share here for everyone. So I thought maybe her personal reason was her feeling like I can't contribute to the team. And Katie Lou Samuelson comes to mind. We know last season, Katie Lou started having really bad trouble. Like she was stinking up the court. And I gave credit to Christy Sides for taking Katie Lou out of the starting lineup. But then Christy Sides said that it was Katie Lou who came to her and said, I need to step back because I'm not helping the team. And I praised Katie Lou for being so selfless in doing that. She wasn't playing well. She wasn't helping the team. Hey, move over. And she was the one, according to Christy Sides, who said, I got to step back. And so she did. And I was wondering if this is what we were seeing with Bonner. Like she was saying, I can't do this, and I'm hurting the team. I don't want to do it. Let Ari come back. Not that they play like the same position. I mean, Bonner obviously is taller. Ari's 5'6". Bonner can play, I think, 1 through 4. So the Fever still has a big problem, and it's a big problem, if you caught what I did there. Nonetheless, that was my thought. My second thought would be her personal reasons for not being there could be the team going to her, the front office, the coach going to her and saying, listen, this doesn't seem to be a good fit. We're going to bring Ari back. And we appreciate all that you've done. And so in 10 days, this is what's going to happen. Total speculation on my part. I was leaning toward her being the one to say, I don't cut it, but also said it's possible that they said that to her. And then she decided, hey, I'm just going to step away. And when she comes back, if Ari comes back, when she comes back is what I'm thinking, then you'll have her. Now, I'm not making light of what could possibly be going on with Bonner. I don't know if it's a family situation or maybe I'm totally wrong and there's family situation or other situations that are going on. So, and I hope that she doesn't have any horrible family situations going on, her children, things like that. So I hope that's not the case at all. And again, I'm not making light of her being out. It's just odd to me because generally speaking, even if it's nobody's business exactly what's going on when you're out as long as she is, generally there's something like even there are family reasons and you don't have to say any more, but you at least let the public know, the fans know there's family situation going on and when she'll be back when she's able to. But they're not even saying that. I mean, Stephanie White said she's doing well. She said DB is doing well and it's day by day. And White's pretty good, I think, at having a poker face from what I pick up. So again, you guys might say, Adrienne, you're absolutely out of your mind. No way is Bonner choosing to step aside. No way would this team let her go. And again, I could be wrong. And I'm fine with being wrong. In fact, I kind of hope I'm wrong. Sort of. I mean, I really want Ari to come back, but my thought would not be Bonner, even though she has been underperforming. My thought would be Bree Turner. But I just find it odd that Bonner is still out for personal reasons, the timing of her leaving, even comments that Stephanie White has made about Bonner. So back to May, CBSSports.com. I'm going to look at some comments Stephanie White said concerning Bonner. I just want to pop in really quickly and let you know that earlier today on the second channel, Adrienne Ross Squared, I got into Rebecca Lobo and her cringe apology during the Fever Aces game in which for some reason she was sorry for saying America is great. Really cringe. Go on over to Adrienne Ross Squared. The link to the channel will be in the description of this video. Be sure you thumbs up that video over there if you like it and subscribe as well to Adrienne Ross Squared. This is an article entitled Fever's DeWanna Bonner Still a Matchup Problem Despite Early Struggles with Indiana, Stephanie White says. And then says Indiana's fast-paced offense is still searching for the right role for the third highest scorer in WNBA history. I'm just going to scroll through and read a few quotes from Stephanie White. Well, let me even get here before we even get to the quotes. The 37-year-old has aspirations to be one of the best players in WNBA history. However, for that to happen, Bonner and the Fever need to establish her role. It is something her former Connecticut coach and current Indiana coach Stephanie White has been contemplating. You know, DB probably had the toughest transition of anybody, White told CBS Sports. She was really a priority in us getting her shot opportunities in Connecticut and how we got them in a slower paced system. Now it's finding where we can get in a flow in a really fast system with heavy ball dominant guards. Notice that. Then it goes down here. It says, we have to make, as a coaching staff, points of emphasis that our team has to make when we're on the floor, because she's a matchup problem and finding rhythm and flow. It's not going to slow down, run set all the time, but how can we get to action that highlight that she brings to the table naturally and in flow? Now, I will say this, the coach is not supposed to be thinking, how can we get her highlighted? How can we get it? You know, she has got to fit in with the team and the culture and the playing style of the team. And so I think over time, it became really clear, over a short time, it became really clear that that's not there. And I want to be fair, because they have never, and I'll talk about this more in another video I intend to do about the game on Sunday against Vegas, but this has never been, we've not seen the team yet. So I don't even know what Bonner would be able to adjust to, because we have not seen the Indiana Fever team yet. There's always been something, somebody injured, somebody personal reasons, somebody, there's just been a lot. So some things we don't even know, right? Coach out, players out, injury. So yeah. And now, you know, Dantas is going to be going to play for Brazil. Anyway, more quotes. This is, oftentimes she's getting into the corners and not getting out of them, White said, and shot charts from Bonner's first 4 games support that. That's just going to be adjustments that we have to make as a coaching staff. Go down here. Her leadership is just incredible. She's a strong voice in the locker room. She's a veteran presence who's been through it all. She's played with elite players before. She understands how to communicate with them, and they respect her. And then it goes on to talk about how Caitlin Clark has praised DeWanna Bonner. And we've heard Caitlin say that she was the strongest voice in there. And then it says the Fever stock is undoubtedly on the rise. If White and the Fever coaching staff find the right role for Bonner within the next 3 weeks, that will have all the makings of an epic rematch against the Liberty on June 14th. And obviously, now we know she did not play in that June 14th game, and they did win. Caitlin came back and went wild in that game. 32 points. Was it 7 3-pointers? It was just off the charts. And a victory, most importantly. So as I listen, even then, back in May, White is acknowledging that they can't seem to find a role for DeWanna Bonner. Obviously, someone who's been in the league as long as she has, she feels it too. So again, these are just my thoughts. If I'm wrong, I'll gladly say I was totally wrong. But I've been talking about it, like I said, a little bit here, a little bit more yesterday. So I just want to bring it to everyone. These are my thoughts, that she stepped out of the way because she felt like she couldn't hang with this team. And at 37 years old, didn't really want to be running up and down the court like that. Or they realized she couldn't hang and said, you're going to step aside. Now, does that mean Aries coming back? Because I think this is the 10th day, I think. And I got to believe that they are not letting Aries go. They only let her go because they had to let her go. And other people have picked up players. The Valkyries brought back Caitlin Chen. I think somebody else picked up somebody else. You mean to tell me that Aries wasn't offered that position? I don't think so. I think people want Aries, and I think Aries has some kind of agreement and said, I'll wait it out, because that's what the agreement was with the Indiana Fever, the wink and the nod. Again, these are just my thoughts, my channel, my thoughts. But One, I think Bonner may have said, I'll step aside. Two, they may have said, Bonner, we need you to step aside. And she said, I'm out for personal reasons. And we'll know soon. I know the word on the street is that she has removed all her Indiana Fever stuff from social media. I don't know what that's about. It could be about comments that people are making about her and why aren't you playing and stuff. I mean, some people do a lot of things that to protect their peace. So I don't know why she did it, but it's interesting. So, like I said, my thoughts. What do you think? And is Ari coming back? I mean, like before, like late July or something like that, or mid-July, whenever it is, like tomorrow. What are your thoughts on all of it? Really chop it up with one another in the comment section. Of course, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the Adrienne Ross Show. I'd much appreciate it. And remember, over on the second channel, Adrienne Ross Squared, I get into Rebecca Lobo and her apology for commenting on what should be obvious to everyone. And that is, America is great. God bless America. I'll catch you next time, God willing. God bless you abundantly.